and ran at me with a gun in his hand and said, "Get on the fucking ground," and pushed me down onto the ground. I laid on the ground and he said, "Roll onto your stomach." I thought I was being robbed, and I said, "Take me watch, take me wallet, take me money." And he said, "Roll onto your stomach." And I looked up and I seen the scratches on the butt of the gun, and I thought he was going to, if I rolled over, I was going to get pistol whipped. And I refused to roll over, so he started kicking me, and then others joined in, and others started kicking me and jumping on me.
How many were there?
There was 4. Yep. One was a woman. I said I felt like I was passing out. They better ring an ambulance. They rang an ambulance, and then I was placed in the back of the ambulance, and the ambulance driver gave evidence that he was made to wait an hour and 13 minutes for an escort vehicle to take me to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, I said, I'm not the accused here, I'm the victim. The police have given me a kicking and jumped on me and I don't know why. And I didn't remember anything more until I woke up 3 months later, I'm told.
3 months later?
It was in a induced coma, apparently, but I can't remember any of that at all. I just remember coming out of the coma, and I was leg on to a bed. I had an operation the first time, and they found that I'd had an ulcer that had broken through blunt force trauma, and they found dried blood. They just stitched me back up at that time, but I was still on life support. Then after 3 months, they said to my partner, "Call everyone in, we're going to do an operation later tonight, and the chances are he's not going to make it." So then they cut my stomach.
Yeah.
Down there.
Yeah.
Pulled everything away from my lungs, and then my lungs kicked in and started working on their own. At a later date, the nurse said, "I've been here a long time, John, and you're only the second person I've ever known to come out of that operation."
Wow.
And the only reason that I was charged was to cover up what the police did to me. And they tried to sweep it under the carpet, and the best way for that to have been swept under the carpet would have been for me to pass away.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only that I survived it to be able to talk about it. I was the one that started the Royal Commission into the prison system.
Did anything ever happen to you? Were you targeted then as well?
I was just kept locked on my own in a yard, right up until when the Royal Commission, from the minute I was putting pressure on them and going to court, and then.
Do you think, was it all of the prison officers, or just some were the dirty ones, or they just?
It was all the prison officers at Grafton Jail that were involved. Yeah, every one of them was involved in a routine of torturing prisoners. Yeah.
And what do you think of it still continuing now at not necessarily just Grafton, but they're about to close it, but all of the prisons still happening now?
Like I said in the book, they put a crook in charge of the Royal Commission, a prison officer that was corrupt, and put him in charge, and Rotten Ron Woodham, and that he started up the special unit up at Goulburn, and I know that they'd like give them a meal in the night, and then they'll leave them go 3 days with the lights on, and then 3 days later walk in and give them breakfast like it was only one day had passed, and that they're torturing people, and I know that it's the wrong thing. Yeah, a lot of these people aren't just. They're just normal people doing short sentences, and if they drive people crazy, that then people are released to the public, and then they come out blaming the public because everyone's turning a blind eye to what's going on in there, and nobody cares about people, and then people are taking it out on society, and some of them turning into murderers.
And why do you think it hasn't changed in 30, 40 years? Why has nothing changed?
Because the torture's still there.
Yeah, but why hasn't the torture gone? Why do you think?
Because general people don't care about what happens to people in prison. They just trust the government's going to look after them properly, and I think half of them think it's a motel when it isn't. People are just not interested. If you break the rules in there, like you try and escape, or you hit an officer, or you've done something internally, then they put you inside a prison, and that's the track sections, or the special unit as they call it now. But there is no. To have internal affairs, police investigating police, and then like they're their mates or whoever else they are. There is no laws or investigation, and the police are able to do anything. I've always felt that. That it's just I always felt badly that people can be treated and tortured, and
that you don't really hear from that side.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you think anything's changed? Or is it...
I think things are going to change. When